Ismail, but let's go ahead and get started. Amit, why don't you begin for us, please?
Yes, John. So I got a message from Todd. I need to group the notification for a specific group. He wants to group Jodic Zone notification there. So I have started working on it, and I made the rules also. Hmm.
Which which notification?
A group message notification for Jodic
Yeah,
Zone, Zodiac
Zodiac Zone.
Zodiac
So,
Zone.
okay.
So
Yes.
how it should be grouped, batch, it should be batch on after 10 seconds, in within 10 seconds. If we get so many messages, we will batch it, or is there any specific rule? So I'm considering what we did for event, that
Yeah.
thing I'm considering.
Yeah. I would say 30 seconds or a minute because it's not one of those chats that's like urgently. It's a more of like a passive check. People check in on it kind
Mm,
of thing.
mm. So
Um,
one more question there, like within 30 seconds. So like within 30 seconds, we will get how many message we'll tell only, or we can say this person message within 30 seconds, we check.
yeah. Todd, have you gone further on that? Like what the message is going to say?
No, I haven't,
Okay. So
but I can work on that.
yeah, and remember the goal was like if someone's putting 12 messages for all 12 signs that we don't necessarily need to send 12 notifications. I don't think that's going to happen in 10 seconds.
Right.
So we can adjust the time
Mm.
at any moment, but like 10 seconds is way too short.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So 30 second I will. So I will put that time inside the
Well, even, yeah,
configurable things.
even 30 seconds is probably too short. Um, so Todd,
So
where
Jimmy,
be with
I
this?
I will put this time constant on inside the config file. So later we can change it also.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, even discussed potentially like batching at a certain time, like at different, at hours later. I mean, kind of depends.
Mhm.
Um, it needs some additional thought.
Okay.
Thought out how far are you?
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm not sure if you're taking this on or you're dipping your toe. Because if you're going to take it on, it
Yeah.
needs to be really well thought out.
Yeah. No, I know. I just started communicating with Ahmed just on Friday, and got back to me today. So I still have a bit to do with him.
Okay. Okay. So yeah,
I'll take
you're
care of it.
okay. Sounds good.
So I will work with him on it. Yeah, so currently working on this thing.
All right. What else do you have on it?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry, let's get your message or your update.
Yeah, all good. So I have been doing a lot of work with Ismail these past days with the subscription now that triggers when you renew when you freeze or you revive your streak. See after the freeze. Um, there was like some misspellings and some redundancies in the code that was causing the subscription not to trigger. Um, trying to
This
essentially.
was something that was there all along, or just recently.
Yeah, it was there all along. There was like a I don't know if it was caused by maybe like a tabbing or something, but it there was like a misspelling in the subscription for the streak where sometimes it wouldn't be activated.
Really?
We're still going through it on looks like he said it's still not working, which now I'm gonna have to go back to a drawing board on that case. Ismail, is it just not working for the revival or is it not working for the uh oh, I wonder if it.
Just for the revival.
Oh, I wonder if because I have to like change your streak. I have to like. Let me actually let me check this real quick. Um,
Uh, yeah, maybe you want to set the other flags, Damien.
yeah, I think that's what happened. Was let me do this real quick. Okay, circle.
We're talking about a misspelling that happened just recently, or something that's been there for like months and months.
I don't know how long it's been there.
Okay.
But this is coming into review now since I'm working with that Streak subscription again.
Okay.
Let
It's
me-
causing it caused only a periodic issue.
Yeah,
Not-
Brad, it wasn't widespread. It was in only a couple places of the code because the section I copied it from was one of the sections that had a problem. Ismail, do you want to restart your app and try again? I think what happened is that I didn't change your streak. I didn't decrease it, so you
Mhm.
didn't see it when you purchased the revival.
Well, right now I can't buy because it says my streak is 53 and my thing is 0.
Yeah. You need to. Oh yeah. Streak.
But probably set the streak to like 0 and the revival to like 53, and make sure to set the flag maybe to the flag where it can revive to true.
Oh, okay. I did a select. That's what it was. Okay, and then can revive streak. There we go. All right. Yeah. Refresh it now.
Okay, it looks like it is still not reflecting. Give me 1 second. Let me start the app again.
Yeah, it says you can renew from this side.
Okay, so my current stake is 53. The
Mhm.
one is 54. It looks like I can buy it. So if I buy it, it should technically trigger it to 54. Let's see what happens here. So I bought it. Okay. Oh, that worked.
Cool.
So it worked. Let's see. Yeah, that worked. One, I guess here. Let me see if this is. Um. Hmm. I guess the last streak only was got set to null for a second or something, not 0.
Okay. Well,
See, but yeah, the subscription worked.
okay.
Or yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
just make sure to send 0 with the subscription for um the revival, right? It was like 54.
Oh yeah, because this was me updating the data from the database.
Correct. So just make sure to send 0, not null.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I think we're good to go now.
Sweet. Okay. Well, there's that, and updated the cron jobs to reflect hourly on the streak expiration. So I had to incorporate some cron jobs to where every hour now people will get notified when they're every hour people will get notified at 8 p.m. their local time if they have not done a streak action for the day.
Okay.
So it's not in production yet. There's a lot of stuff that I'm holding back until we do the production deployment for this. There was also a query for the chat search that I was able to find another optimization on. When you're
Hold that thought for a second. Did you change the wording on the one? Now that you changed the time frame on the 8 p.m. time?
that will have to change whenever we do the production deployment.
Okay. But
So
you need it. Right.
it,
I don't want to accidentally deploy it with just saying it's expiring in an hour.
mhm. Yeah, but you wanted to say only a few hours left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that it has to happen at that time because of it being a template in one signal.
Okay. But you have that on your in your nope
Yes.
agenda or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
we got
So
that going. So there's some stuff today that I'm going to work on. Actually, I need to follow up on WhatsApp, seeing what's going on there. It looks like I'm going to have to do some admin management tasks today, making a page in the admin board to where internal team can update businesses. If we have to update a business profile for whatever reason, it's basically copying the business management features that business owners have and giving that to admins.
mhm.
Um, and there's stuff for chats in particular. So looks like we're like merging some chats, shifting over some chats. So just getting users in there, like copying members over, making sure the messages are copied over. Looks like Chantel sent me some requests for some images that she needs. And then I think if I have time, I'm going to work on for our targeting for SMS and push notifications. I think I have to refine the targeting and maybe add a way to group targeted groups, or add a way maybe for area codes. So this weekend, Todd, I think I'm going to say successfully, unless there's something else that he's not saying, that he was able to send a bunch of SMSs without my intervention. So
Correct.
correct. All right. So we were able to send out SMSs from the dashboard now. So that was
Excellent. Okay. Excellent.
yeah, I think that pretty much goes on with my updates. I said I need to follow up on WhatsApp, what's going on with them, but that's all I have for now.
Yeah, you're still waiting on them, right? For
Yeah,
like tech
they-
support or something.
Yeah, I was like, let me forward this to the engineering team now. To
Hmm.
find engineering team, I don't know what they're talking about, but we'll see.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else?
That's all for now.
All right. Thank you, Jared. All right. Ismail, why don't you go ahead?
There we go. What I want to do. Yeah. So as you were mentioning, we just worked on the streak stuff. I have a new build out. The build which is 2.2 or 2.3.01. So that's going to be the one with the latest changes. So yeah, we were working this morning. There were mainly backend changes, so I don't have to create a new build for this. Man, you guys can go ahead and test, like, it is pointed to QA, but you can go ahead and test like freezing your streak, unfreezing it, reviving it. You won't be charged because it's a test flight build. I do have to create a build on Android to test that as well. But I am holding back on that just because I know you guys are testing the new architecture stuff. So whenever you guys are in a good spot, I can release a QA build to test all the stuff we've been working on Android as well.
Okay.
But
Sounds
it should theoretically work right away. Like I don't see why it won't, but it's always good to test it, obviously.
Yeah, I don't trust it on the first try. Yeah, let's
Yeah, well, we've been doing it on iOS and reviving the code front end, back end, so that's why I'm saying it's probably gonna work, but still, we need to make sure.
for sure. Okay.
Um,
Todd,
yeah.
have you been testing on the Android QA build?
Yeah, the double O. Yep, I
Yeah.
have been.
Okay. Ready for another build then? This would be
Well,
good to speak for you.
it's a it depends. I think I'm seeing some of the same issues in this one as in 99. And I don't know if that just means that there were some fixes that just still haven't been implemented just yet.
Possibly. Yeah. What
Yeah.
kind what are you seeing?
Let me find it real quick. I wrote it down here. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
give me
the one,
just one
that's the
moment.
new architecture, right? The double O build. Is that right, Ismail?
What was the question?
The Android current test build is
Um,
with the new architecture,
the
right?
double O. Yeah. The latest engine is the architecture stuff. The one I'm gonna create is not gonna have the new architecture. It's gonna have the purchase stuff.
Yep. Okay.
So that's why I want to make sure you guys are done testing with that before I push it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, trying to find my notes here. Going through them. Are they? Yeah, give me just a moment to get sift through all this. I can come right back to you.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Ismail. What else do you have?
Other than that, me and Jerry still need to do one more test, which is the deep link. So the Q action, we just need to he just needs to trigger it, and then I'll test it on my phone, and we can see how it reacts. In terms of, it should take us to the streak screen to revive it. Theoretically, I did the front end changes needed, and I tested it locally, but we still have to test it like in a real flow.
Okay, so that subscription is live in QA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And you said build 01, right? On
Yeah,
iOS.
on iOS, correct.
Okay. Okay.
So after we do those changes, then or tests, I should say, then I think we're good to go for. I'll send over the code for Emin to review it, and then we should be good for a build, like a production build with all the stuff implemented.
Okay. Well, yeah. After we'll get tested on Android, of course.
Yeah, after testing on Android, and reviews the PR and all that, then yeah,
Okay.
and then
So,
the backend still has to push it to production as well, and then we can create the build.
and that subscription is triggered when the user is it opens the app. It could even be from the background, right?
Are you talking about the streak or the queue action?
Streak.
Streak, yeah, that one. When you background the app and come back, it automatically refetches it. I made it where it doesn't even care about the subscription; it just refetches it. Make sure you get the latest data. And
Mhm.
if you don't background the app, then we're relying on the subscription, which we just finished fine tuning to basically trigger in all the right spots.
Okay. Um, Jerry, for us to test that, are you able to like simulate an expired streak?
That's what I've been doing with Ismail.
Okay. Okay, cool. And it
So
opens right up to the streak screen.
what's that?
To test the subscription, yeah, obviously you have to have an expired streak. So
Yeah. So the only trick one that's gonna be tricky to test is the repair. So if you have an account that has an expired streak, just take advantage of it. As far as the freeze and unfreeze, it's easy to test because you just have to have a streak and you can freeze it and unfreeze it at any time.
yeah,
But the only tricky one is going to be the repair, which like I said, if you have an account that I haven't used and it hasn't been more than 5 days, then you can
okay.
try it out.
Question, Jerry, remind me, did we put a cap on the length that a streak could be expired? So if my streak's been expired for a month, like it's not gonna ask me to repair it, right? We
5
put
days.
the 5-day cap. Is that okay? So
Mhm.
we have a 5-day minimum length, and then a 5-day in terms of like 5-day running streak before it asks you to repair it.
Correct.
Yeah, and then a 5-day
Mhm.
lapse maximum.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, cool. Because that'd be weird if I didn't use the app for a month and it's like you can repair streak. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll have to test it through. Are you testing this on real devices then, Jerry, with this mail?
Yeah, that's the only way that we can test it on iOS is we have to like have a build and then test the subscription from the build.
Okay. Okay, good. Um, and you tested Ismail, did you test both from the background and from a cold start?
So when you say background cold start, it depends on what are you referring to, because the repair and freeze that happens live right away.
Um, if
Because when you press the button, the reaction is going to happen right in front of your eyes.
so, but if I have background of the app and I'm in a less conversation
Mm-hmm.
and I come back a couple days later and my streak expired,
Mm-hmm.
the app is still background. It is not a cold start. Will the subscription kick in and take me to the streak screen and tell me I can repair?
That
Well, the deep link part we still haven't tested yet. That's what I said me during our test now, which is
I just said it on your account.
on my account. Okay.
Because that's the most common. That's going to be the most likely situation.
Correct. But we still needed to get the actual implement. So like after you navigate, you want to make sure the revive purchase actually works, and that's what we've been working on. So now that that's implemented, there we go. It worked. It took me right there.
From the background.
Yeah, it was a cold start.
Cold start's
Um,
different.
no, I'm just saying. I now have to set the cold start. So now, Jerry, I'm gonna background it. You can set it again.
Okay.
I don't know if we have. I think we have queue action where it happens in the background. I guess we'll see. We'll find out right now. But
Okay.
just let me know when the flag is.
We had that was our biggest challenge with the Friend Connect was
Mhm. So
background.
this should theoretically just work without any extra work. So let's see
Okay.
if we did it right, which I think we did. Yeah, it works from the background as well. I just came in and it navigated me.
Okay, great. Everything's smooth. And what happens if you hit back? Everything okay?
Like look back, takes me up to the lobby, back to where I was.
Okay. Fantastic. Nice job, guys. All right. Well, we'll test it more, but sounds like it's going good so far. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's that. So now that being said, I can take on new tasks.
Okay.
And
Okay.
also,
Mhm.
sorry to interrupt you guys. Regarding the previous version 99 and the double O that we're in now, um, the things that I'm still seeing in the double O that I'm not sure are fixed just yet. Things there's like a simple one in messaging. If you type a 2-digit number, it gives you this really big bubble as your comment, as opposed to a smaller bubble to fit around the number, which looks strange. Um, the maps don't have map markers, just like names of the places. They don't
Start
show
with
like
the first one. Okay. The map's
yeah.
locked. What's you were talking about in messages?
Yeah, in messages, if you were just to type like a two digit number
Yeah.
as a comment, for example,
Okay.
it gives you this really super long bubble, with all this space.
You
Okay.
said
As a
you said inside chat
No, this
yeah,
is over Ismail. This is the new architecture.
new architecture. Okay,
So
okay.
you take some screenshots of that and describe it and send that to Amin.
yeah,
Um,
it may have
yeah,
all this
it's
already.
already shared. Like, yeah, I remember Todd when he shared that the first time. Um, I didn't work on it, but like I swear, like I remember like we had this issue before. I'm not sure if Ismail, you remember it?
Hmm.
Um, the bubble being too big.
Only if you typed in 2 digits, you know, and it's only in
That was for emojis, not for digits. We
okay,
had a problem with two emojis.
and the bubble was
Well,
big.
these are two different things. The two emojis would end up inside of a text bubble, and they weren't supposed to, because up to one.
Yeah, that was something like that. I don't remember this problem, seeing
Okay,
this before personally.
okay.
Well,
But yeah,
we could test it on an Android build with the old architecture.
yeah, that's true. Mm.
Uh,
It's just like
well,
I didn't get time to work on it because I was like, yeah, this should be small. So I was like focusing on other issues.
no
And
worries.
regarding the map markers, like I fixed that. That's fixed. It's just like it's not in the. We didn't made any new build,
Right. Okay.
so
Okay,
when
just
it's
making
live,
sure.
it's not. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you could look into the number thing today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, go ahead with your update while you're
Yeah.
here.
Friday I was working on the Android crash. It was like with the new architecture. If you're like switching from the map to list, and while you're spinning the wheel, the Android app crashes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But it wasn't. It was the list view was the problem, right?
yeah, it was the list view, and yeah, I worked on it. So I did a little bit of re-architecture, how things not like re-architecture, just like things are being laid laid down there to have them organized nicely. So nothing is gonna be there with it's not needed to be there, so it's not gonna overload the app. Um, but yeah, it's fixed now. There's no crashes or anything. Also, I fixed the issue is like when you open the app for the first time, and it's like your home screen is scrolled all the way to the tab headers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you remember it.
I do
but I
remember it.
fixed that issue.
I remember too
Yeah.
that that essentially is like a happy accident. If we want to do that, like, is there a way that you can still utilize that if we want it?
I mean, yeah, I know it's possible, just I don't know how. But the reason why that was happening, it just like it's not even related to scrolling or anything. It's just like so with the feed tab, it's like an API query we're doing there. It's just when that API query is being triggered, it causes the focus to shift down and it causes things to scroll and enjoy things. Yeah, there's something new happening here. Let me scroll there. Let me shift the focus there.
I see.
And yeah, but yeah, but once we want to have that on demand, I think we can look into it, especially with the new architecture. It's possible.
Okay. Yeah, because I can think of situations where we would want to have it up and even a
Hmm.
different tab selected, like photos, depending on the user and depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it, well, what, I guess, what was causing it? Was it an actual defect or something that is like a nice, like something controllable?
Yes, it's just like it's because of the new architecture nature and it's Android, and this happened in Android often more than the iOS. Like in Android, I was able to produce it every time. I just have to close the app, open it, and it's happening. For
Oh, I see.
iOS, I have to delete the app. So like
Mm,
this says optimization going on there. iOS like it does it well, so it's like it optimizes it for you nicely, so it doesn't happen every time. Only when you delete the app and uninstall it. But Android not. It is like when you close and open the app, and it was related because there's a property list for React Native. It's called remove clip subviews, and what this if it's true, what's the app is gonna do? Like any view that's are out of the viewport, then they're gonna be deleted. And the list nature in React Native, it renders views even outside of the viewport. So when the user scrolls, they are available, and the user feel like a smooth scrolling. But this was like enabled. We want this for optimization. But when it was enabled here with the new architecture, when the views wanted to be like deleted from the viewport, Android shift focus to these views. And that's
mm.
why the scroll happening. It's not like
Oh, I
it's
see.
like it doesn't say scrolling happening, but like not invoking any function that does scrolling. It happens in an indirect way.
Huh, I
Yeah,
see.
it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I found a fix for it, and yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good that you know the root cause of it. Um,
Hmm.
so if we do need to, if we want to have more flexibility with that, it's,
Hmm.
you got the understanding of it. So good to know. Okay. So what else you got going on?
Yeah. Today I was looking into the issue with the SOT you sent me. Like, there's no SMS drawer when you try to add to your SOT. I'm still looking into that. So this is the task that I'm looking into today.
Okay.
And after that, I will look into the other issue with the 2 digits, the big bubble, 2 digits. Uh, After that, I think we will be having the build ready so I can merge Dave with my branch and we can have another build when we're done with testing.
Okay. But still separate from the production version, right?
Yeah, it is still separate. Yeah.
Okay. So we need a lot more testing still within the
Hmm.
architecture, but it's definitely getting closer.
Hmm.
Um, okay. Any word back from Century at all?
No, I checked today, this morning. There's nothing.
Any,
Let me check right now, maybe. No, I don't see it.
okay.
There's no email from them, and there's no GitHub comments on that GitHub. So no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the way he wrote his last message was like, they're not even looking at it. We'll get to it eventually, or whatever he said. Yeah, I forgot how I was going to respond to him or help you respond. I'll write something up. Okay. Let's see. What else do you have going on?
Yeah, that was it all for me.
Okay. Okay. So, as far as what's next, Ismail's got some capacity, but we're in a little bit of a limbo with the new architecture. Ismail, can you remind me, wasn't there some work you did a week or two ago where it still needed to be implemented with the new architecture? May-
Mm,
Maybe something around chat?
no, nothing specific. The only thing that's I worked on and needs to be implemented with the new architecture would be um we would be the media
Oh,
changes.
that and yeah, and some optimization. Remember, there was optimization.
Optimization. Well, no, we had the preview link was well we had a potential problem with that, but because we switched it over to the back end.
No, this is before you start working on the preview link. Maybe
It,
Amin has his hand up. Do you remember Amin?
Maybe you're confusing that with the other task that I was working on with stickers for iOS. I told
Bef-
you this is only for all the architecture. I still have to implement the same fix for the new architecture.
No, before that even. It was in
All right.
onboarding. We were looking at okay, remember we made all the changes around Apollo cache and not having like we were trying to avoid the unexpected logout. And Ismail, you revealed some potential issues that could use some optimization with something in the onboarding. It's coming
You
back.
remember? Yeah, I remember. Like I made some comments about the code there that we can optimize the code there
Yeah.
regarding that, but like we decided to hold on until like we make sure what we have it's working. Then we can optimize it if we want.
Okay. Well,
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That, yeah. Yeah. I would, yeah. No, for that, yeah. As I said, that was just some, I would say code, yeah, cleanup, kind of follow better practice, I would say.
yeah.
But yeah, as I mean said, we wanted to make sure everything is 100% stable before we make any changes, so we don't put ourselves in a position where we don't know where the problem is coming from.
Yeah, which we could say we're stable, right? We've got the production builds that have been there for a while.
Um, I think so. I mean, are you guys happy with the current?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
we would definitely have gotten a lot of reports by now if there was major issues.
mhm,
So onboarding seems to be working well.
okay.
I haven't
Um,
heard of anybody being unexpectedly logged out,
mhm.
so that's great. Can we? There's no. Is there an easy check to see? Maybe Jerry could check to see like the trigger. I don't remember what triggered it or like what the fingerprints of that were. Um, Speaking of fingerprint, that's another thing that we didn't finish on, I don't think. But is there a way to check, Jerry, to see if we have less of those automatic unexpected logouts?
Mm, maybe an amplitude.
And if we're looking good, then maybe Ismail has a green light to do the additional optimization.
Mhm. I mean, I could start it on that regardless, and then whenever, like, I can have it done, and then whenever we're ready, I can just merge it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So that we don't waste time.
Yeah. All right. It seemed like you and I mean, both agreed it was probably just a good path to take, right?
Yeah, it's just it's just we would rely less on use effects and we would have a more direct way of setting certain states. So it's not like I would say a refactor, it's just more of a a code cleanup we can call it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, cool. So yeah, let's work on that then. Um, I want to knock out some of the it's maybe a little more boring, but it's more uh foundational.
Yeah, I'm always down for a more solid foundation. It just makes life so much easier down the line. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do that because there's like 20 different directions we can go with improving some of the features we have right now where I mean we talk about this every day after stand up when we're getting together and we're looking at optimizing different behaviors. There's so many different things we can do with um like we have a lot of our college age users that post photos. Like Instagram obviously is like their whole thing was photos. Like they built the whole app off of posting photos, getting likes and all that. And we have a degree of it, but we don't really lean into it. And if you post a photo somewhere in a chat, it kind of disappears after that. But why not have it automatically go into your photos in your activity feed, or maybe even in the Discover feed, or only shown to your friends? And there's a lot of like, and that's just one example of like I said, like 20 different behavioral little improvements we can make directionally. But I don't want to step into something yet without um, a really good plan. And we mostly been just in the conceptual discussions. So it sounds like we're getting really close, especially if this new architecture goes well, um, where we can go into one of those directions. Because obviously that would create a lot more engagement if because we have like this spring break chat that's building, and if we had a bunch of college students posting more pictures in there. It doesn't have to be just about spring break because they're not just looking forward to spring break, but it's also talking about their college life and their semester and finals, things like that. If we have an ability to bring it more to their forefront. But then there's also, we've had requests again recently for, we had a feature mocked up a long time ago called, it was like the ask share button, like people just straight asking for a recommendation, because that happens a lot. Facebook even started offering this like a couple years ago, where you can just ask for a recommendation and then you get a bunch of responses. We actually have some designs mocked up, but again, that's like a feature. So anyway, just throwing out, like, we have some decent sized directional considerations to make, but let's make sure we have a strong foundation to build off of first. So anything we can think of. I don't remember where we left off with the fingerprinting. Um, Jerry, maybe you could update me on that. Haven't really been fully tested in the wild, right?
Hmm. With the fingerprinting, that is in particular, I think with invites, right? What else were we using the
Yeah.
finger?
So like avoiding the landing page screen if we can, if we get a accurate enough identifier to give credit for that invite.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a while since we tested it. I know it's not in production yet, but it involves basically updating our invite link structure. Um,
But that's been done, right? Or
I don't think it's done. I'm trying to remember what there was that was holding us back.
yeah,
I don't think.
I think we got really sidetracked with trying to figure out why invites aren't getting accepted as much, which I'm still not clear on. But um, I think that became a big distraction, and probably never finished up with the fingerprinting.
Yeah. I mean, if that's if Ismail has time to work on it, maybe we can give it a check.
Well, no, Amin was working on that part, right? With you guys were working together on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there more front end work necessary from your end? I mean, that you can remember?
Think not. The last thing I did, I worked on the front end side of it, where it's like it's gonna say a model for you. If you type in your name
Yeah.
and we detected you have something in your clipboard, we trigger the flow.
Okay.
And
What is that? Has that been merged into a QA
yeah,
build?
yeah, it should be in QA prod. Those, yeah, it's been there. I don't know, months ago, something like that.
Yeah, at least a few weeks. So, okay, but we haven't explicitly tested that yet.
Yeah, it's not tested yet.
Okay. Okay, that's important. Um, Jerry, let's work on testing that today. With
Okay.
Todd's help because he's got a lot of test phones.
With
And
the fingerprint.
yeah,
Oh,
being able to avoid that landing page. If I invite you, um, through the app,
well, how are we going to distribute that link? Like, I guess I would have to give somebody a link that would be. I
or
have
if
to
it's in a
Todd.
QA build, can't he generate it right from the app?
No, that would be it's a replacement for our campaign link.
Yeah, we have not replaced it.
I don't think so. I mean, did we replace our campaign link properly?
I mean,
Is that a question from me? Like, what do you mean? Can you repeat the question?
So this fingerprint is supposed to replace our campaign link. And to my knowledge, we never changed the campaign link, which I think is like the green button link. That we've never changed it with the what the new link would be.
Um, for me, it's like it's if the user coming in from
Oh,
if the user press on a link and we like got something on his clipboard, I do check if there's something there on onboarding to trigger the flow.
mm. So you're
And
just doing the check, but the way that that fingerprint gets distributed is that is going to replace the green button invite link. So we have a different link that would replace it. So I don't think the full flow is implemented, but it's a matter of just a different link being generated.
yeah, that part I don't know about. Like I have no inputs about it.
so does the front end have to generate the link? Is that what you're saying, Jeff?
Yeah, the front end has to generate the link. Um,
Okay.
However, it's something that I can generate from the back end if we want to test that.
Shouldn't shouldn't that be just a better way to do it? Like it's more it's changeable for us.
Well, right now is we'd need a different we'd have to update that code that generates the link when you hit the green button. There was never any backend mutation that was called when
Okay.
you generate a link with the green button.
In
So
hindsight, should we probably have never made it this way in the first place, where the front end is responsible for that link, right? Because it makes it um, very challenging to. There's impediments to changing it.
yeah, I mean it's been like that since the beginning of time. Uh,
Yeah. In hindsight, though, I mean, unless you can tell me, no, 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 there's a good reason to do that. Like here, it's safer, it's faster, or something like that. Or is there
no,
no good reason?
mm, nope. Not that I can think of.
Okay, so we're better off restructuring this to have the backend handle it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Well, it's not just. I mean, mainly from an outside perspective, I want to be able to iterate on these things. Like sometimes the structure doesn't look right. If you're not thinking about the look of it because you're thinking more about the function of it, and it has like a long, scary kind of or spammy looking
Hmm.
feel to it. Just little things that you don't think of when we're developing. but then we're like, oh wait, we should probably take this word out of the link. But then we have to do a front end build. Like, what a mess. So what would it take to restructure this?
Uh, I'll see if there's any issues with the mean on the front end, but I see none.
Okay, but you would need front end change, right?
Correct.
Okay. Will you work with the mean on that?
Yep.
Okay, and then as far as testing this now, do we want to wait till that's done, or can we still test it at least to make sure it's working as is in QA with some of these test
Mm,
functions?
yeah, I mean we can still test it in QA. I'll just have to get the link ready.
Okay, and is this implemented in build 00, even though that's the new architecture? Would you say would that have been included in that? I mean,
I have to check. Let me check real quick.
okay.
I don't see it.
Okay, so we can't test it in that build.
Yeah, let me check real quick. Mhm. Yeah, I don't see it, but let me check the ER if that matters or not. It should be.
Okay.
Yeah, that PR was merged 3 weeks ago. It's not on the new architecture builds. It's in the other builds.
Okay, but weren't you gonna merge everything up to date in the new architecture build?
Yeah, I was waiting on like when we gonna be having the build, um, a normal build, so we can have everything merged. Things that was Ismail working on, then I will be merging that with my branch.
Okay. Are we ready now?
That's up to Ismail. Are we ready to merge everything with Dev? Ismail? I think Ismail is not here. But yeah, I was saying, once Ismail's work all merged with Dev, then I will be able to merge mine with Dev. So, and
Okay.
that means like in terms of builds, once we're gonna be having a build from Ismail that has everything that he's been working on, then after that I will be able to do merge it, and we can do a build for mine too.
Okay. What's your thought there, Ismail?
Hey, sorry, I heard my name. I stepped away for a second. Did you have a question?
Yeah, as far as merging everything you've been working on into the build with the new architecture that Amin's working on, any reason not to do that?
Mm, no, I think all the work I did should work in the new architecture without any specific
No, we're
changes.
asking like, all the work you've been doing,
Mm-hmm.
is it ready to be merged with Dev so I can merge Dev with my PR?
Well, the stuff that there's we had the preview, link preview, and other stuff that's already merged in, so that's good to go. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that's pending is actually I sent you on Slack right now, which is the stuff I've been working on with Jerry for the streak. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the last part that I have that's not merged in. So yeah, I sent you a Slack
Okay.
message saying that's ready for
There's like
whenever
another
you're ready.
PR. There's another PR that says chat media style update.
Oh yeah, that's the one where we said we're gonna wait until the new architecture is stable because um
Mm.
of
Okay.
images can have different sizes and different
Mhm.
lengths, so this list the flash list is not jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so yeah, once we have this latest PR from his band merged, then I can merge it with my PR too.
Okay. All right. We are taking a long walk on this. Okay, so let's bring it all together here. There's a lot to consider. We were talking about the fingerprinting testing, talking about changing the link structure to where the front end is not responsible for creating the link. Back end will be doing it. Merging all the stuff Ismail's been working on into dev so it can be merged into the new architecture. Testing the fingerprinting, also testing the new architecture. And I'm leaving something out. um, there was a whole other,
I need to do a optimization
there's
for
that.
cleanup.
Yes, but that's not like immediately. There's another one that's I feel like I'm leaving one thing out that's could potentially play a role in how everything is responding. Jerry, help me organize my thoughts here. You're gonna, what are you gonna work on here? We're gonna test the fingerprinting.
Well, I have to make a query now to give to a meaning for the backend generated invite link. Then what we have to do is, yeah, then I can make a link that we can use to test the fingerprinting. And if the fingerprinting is detected, and come up with the test plan on how we're going to test the fingerprinting.
Okay.
Because
And
yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to test it in QA.
oh yeah, and there's also the streak freezes too. That's immediate.
Yes, like testing the streak freezes. Yeah, we want to test that on Android.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So there's like three competing immediate situations here, if we're not careful, can conflict with each other and lead us into misdiagnosing and confusion.
Should should we focus primarily on the? I think we should focus primarily on. I can get a mean the streak query. I mean that query
Fingerprint.
the fingerprint invite query,
Yeah.
and then we just spend the day testing the purchases.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
that's higher priority, less conflicting
Yeah.
possibility.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for helping me organize thoughts here. However, we can't test the streak freezing yet because we don't have a build. So
But we can test
actually
freezing.
we do on iOS.
Yeah, there's no Android build for it.
Not yet.
Okay.
No. But we could do one. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead, Ismail. Um, let's go ahead with the Android build with the streak freezing.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay. Let me know when that's available. And then, yeah, Jerry, let's do that. Exactly what you just said. We'll test the streak freezing on Android and iOS when the Android build's ready. And then you'll work with Amin to make sure that backend can handle that link structure.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I like this plan. Okay. Very good. All right. And Amin's got a couple of things to work on. So is this. Okay. We're in a good spot. Oh, all right. Cool. Let me know. Keep me updated. I want to thoroughly test all that streak freezing. And will we be able to test the link structure later today too for the fingerprinting?
There would need to be another build.
There would need to be a build. Okay, so let's work on getting that build. Should we get the build in the new architecture, I mean, and do a QA build and that way we test it all?
The bill. Can you repeat the question? Like
Yeah,
the new
we're going
link?
to need a build for the links that are going to be uh, handling fingerprinting are no longer going to be handled by the front end. So we need
Mm-hmm.
a build to update that, and might as well be a build with a new architecture, right?
Yeah, so we're thinking about like merging both of them in one build.
Right? Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that because like the work, um, the work that I've been there for like handling the fingerprint, it's not merged with the new architecture yet.
Oh,
It's
right. So you might have some code conflicts.
yeah, so
Okay. Well, okay. Well, then, yeah, it's probably the sooner the better because every week that goes by,
mhm,
it gets further away.
yeah.
Okay, let's plan on that. Okay, keep me posted on how that goes, and we'll talk tomorrow about getting a build with that in it.
All right.
But work with Jerry on updating it so it can take it can we can shift away from the front end handling link generation.
Yeah, once Jerry is having the mutation ready, I'll do the changes on my end.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sounds good. Jerry, any questions or thoughts?
No, I think I just have to start. I have to get him the link and get that. Get him the link to the query with the link. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, but we're in a, you got a good plan of attack.
Yep.
Okay, great. Sounds like. Does anybody else have any questions or any input? Everyone feels good on their plans. Okay. Okay, great. All right, let's leave it there. And yeah, Ismail, just let us know when that Android build's ready, and we'll start testing those streak freezes on Android. Okay. All right. I'm sure he's got that. You are on there, Ismail, but we'll keep in touch. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll talk later on today.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
See y'all.
See you.